What's up, guys? It's Wanderhoof, and I wanted to discuss how Melee Hunter is looking for Phase 2. We've recently gotten a ton of new information with the announcement and data mining of runes, gear, and class tuning. All of this is subject to change, but I wanted to share my initial thoughts. I'm going to cover things like class tuning, runes, class book, gear, and pets. Don't forget to subscribe and look in the description below to join my Discord. There are timestamps down there as well if you want to skip around. I do want to include a warning as well from Josh Greenfield on Twitter. He's a senior game producer at Blizzard that works on Season of Discovery. Feel free to pause and read the whole post, but it basically boils down to taking all the data mining with a grain of salt. For class tuning, there are two minor changes that affect Melee Hunter, and both are geared towards reducing mana cost. The cost reductions are on Carve and Flanking Strike, as you can see here. Runes are the biggest change we are seeing in this phase. They seem to really be rounding out Melee Hunter as a class. The big new ones are Melee Specialist, a belt rune which reads Raptor Strike cooldown reduced to 3 seconds and is now instant, Mongoose Bite cooldown removed, and Raptor Strike has a 30% chance on each attack to not trigger its cooldown. Initially, this seems insanely strong, and definitely seems like the strongest belt rune. Having it as an instant cast means it won't need to line up with our next auto, and it'll just do instant weapon damage, plus the added raptor damage. Dual wield specialization. A boot rune which reads, increases the damage done by your offhand weapon by 50%, causes your Raptor Strike to strike with both weapons when you are dual wielding, and Raptor Strike deals 30% increased damage when you are wielding two weapons of the same type. This seems like our go-to boot rune for Phase 2, making Raptor Strike hit with both weapons and have 30% increased damage seems too good to pass up. The honorable mentions for runes are Trap Launcher, a boot rune which reads, your traps can be placed at any location within 40 yards and can be placed while you are in combat. Additionally, your fire-based and frost-based traps now have separate shared cooldowns. Depending on how much damage the traps will end up doing, this may be used eventually, but I just don't see it having a place with how good dual wield seems right now. Expose Weakness is a belt rune which reads, your melee and range criticals increase your attack power by 40% of your current agility for 7 seconds. This could be a decent two-hander option if runes are moved around depending on what slot they're in. I definitely can see ranged hunters taking this one, but for melee right now, we probably would not. Phase 2 is introducing new class skill book dungeon drops. For Hunter, it seems to be Aspect of the Viper. I don't see us using this because of the damage reduction, unless there's downtime in a fight, like one similar to Gelahast or Akumai. The new gear looks really interesting from the raid, the PvP event, and professions. For my weapons, my initial thought is that our Bis will be dual-wielding fist weapons to take advantage of the dual-wield specialization. I assume warriors, shamans, and rets will go for the two-handers, and rogues will go for the swords, so hopefully it won't be too hard for us to get. Because of the 3-second Raptor Strike being instant, we may want slower weapons, but they would need to be the same type to take advantage of dual-wield specialization. For gear, the things that really jumped out to me were the weapon skill gloves, the Bonk Maestro's handguards, and belt, the power-assisted lifting belt. One of the things that's changed just in the last 2 days from the data mines is the power-assisted lifting belt has switched from the two-handers getting +5 weapon skill to +3 weapon skill. Because of this change, it makes me think that the boss mobs will only be 2 levels higher than us again, and not the 3 levels higher, like we will be at 60. There was also some pet info that was data mined recently that I haven't seen on Wowhead at all yet, but just wanted to share with you guys. And it shows new pet abilities, which could change up the pets we are using if this goes live. Enraged Howl from Wolves, giving agility and strength. Vulnerable from Raptors. Tall Strider Heal, and horses may become tameable too. One thing I'm keeping an eye out for is if any runes will be locked behind new beasts to kill or tame, like Flanking Strike was. Unless the new pet skills go through, I think Broken Tooth will be the go-to pet at 40. And it's on an 8-hour spawn timer, so it'll be terrible to try and find unless they had another 1.1 speed cat that we can get. A sleeper pet that may be good if there are lots of AoE fights is the gorilla, since its Thunder Stomp is uncapped AoE damage. Please let me know if anything jumped out at you that I missed, and let me know if there's anything else you'd like me to discuss on here or in my Discord. Thanks for watching.